Welcome to your day 2 meditation. It's time for another dream time session. So I want you to go find your dream chair, your designated space for practicing entering into your inner kingdom of heaven for the purpose of speaking into existence and exploring everything held within there that contains everything that you could ever want, and spending time playing with those things to boost your mood. And then begin the change of so many things in your outer world. So close your eyes. Feel your body relax. Feel your body let go of any tension, stress, negative judgments, details of the day or of yesterday, dramas, past painful memories. Just allow everything to pass right by you. And there is nothing important for you to do. You've already done the most important thing. You've sat in your chair with your meditation, listening to my voice, and just allow me to do the rest. Allow me to be your guide into the 5D, into the kingdom of heaven within you. See if you can just be with me here and now. Just me and you. You here sitting with my voice. Just me and you. And around us, maybe you can see us in a bubble. Just a big, beautiful bubble of unconditional love as we sit here together and you're just focusing your attention on my voice. And around you, maybe in the distance, you can hear that other voice that speaks in your head that we call the fear voice or the flying monkeys. And maybe it comes in talking about the outer world, things that need to be done, taken care of, handled, things that it's scared about. And maybe it tries to distract you away from the bubble. And that's okay. That happens. This is a practice. Eventually, it will not be able to distract you out of our little bubble and away from my voice. But if you're just getting started, it's very possible that through this meditation, there may be times where you find yourself listening to what it has to say instead of what I have to say. And it's talking to you about everything going on in your outer world, distracting you, trying its best to hold your attention on the outer world so that you don't enter into the inner world with me. This is the most important thing that you can do to create change in your life. That voice that distracts you and drags you out will tell you, no, that's not going to work. You have to physically do something right now. But the true power and the right action comes from going within first. And you go within and you see a beautiful outcome to any situation that puts a smile on your face. And as you play there, without leaving, without being pulled out, you play there more and more with that outcome. Answers and details of how to get there start to come to you. What I want you to understand is we never go into the kingdom of heaven searching for answers to problems. If you do, you're already holding the vibration of desperation, which means you're not truly inside the kingdom of heaven. You cannot enter into this kingdom of heaven within you unless you're in a relaxed, fulfilled, complete, indifferent, neutral space. Then when you go in, you can play with the situation that appears to be a problem in your 3D. But you're playing with it as if it's how you want it to be, because in the 5D, everything is how you want it to be, or it would not be a kingdom of heaven. It's exactly how you want it to be. And you already have it because you see it and you speak it. And you have conversations around it, telling other people how beautiful and wonderful that it is. And you stay there and you play with that outcome. And as you do, visit that space and play with that outcome more and more, your behavior starts to change. Right action starts to happen. And it naturally unfolds. Where are you right now? Are you still in the bubble with me? Find yourself. What have you been listening to? The voice from the outer world, the fear voice, the ego voice, the flying monkeys? Have they been talking to you? Or were you able to hear what I just said? And maybe you didn't completely understand it, but you heard it, which meant you were still with me in the bubble. How did you do? Did you drift off someplace else with the monkeys? Or did you stay in the bubble anchored to my voice? See us in the bubble now. We're going to begin to move towards the door of the inner kingdom. Now in your mind, I want you to hold the topic that is screaming at you from the outside. The problem. What the monkeys are saying is a problem. And we're going to take this topic with us in the bubble. This issue that is distorted by fear, by lies, by old programs and old pain. And I want you to see between us a box. Sitting between both of our feet is a box, and in this box is this issue. And we're floating in our bubble towards the door of the 5D. And remember, we cannot open this door, which is your imagination. We cannot open the door until we're completely relaxed, standing strong in our faith of our inner kingdom of heaven and its power to create anything. Its power to create and hold the image of anything we think or speak. And then, as we continue to do that, it begins to reflect outwardly, to be reflected by our outer world. Knowing that, standing strong in that, relaxing into that. Where are you right now? Are you in the bubble with me? If not, return to the bubble with me by anchoring to my voice. Now, how are you feeling emotionally? Are you below relief? Are you in worry or stress or desperation or disbelief? Are you hearing negative words of that'll never happen, this will never work? If so, that's okay. We just need to climb the emotional ladder to relief. Some of you who have been doing this practice have bypassed me in the bubble, have gone into the door and have been in there creating in your imagination beautiful scenes and scenarios and playing there already. If you are ready, meaning you entered into this meditation at relief, go play. If you entered into this meditation not at relief and still being heavily distracted by the voice, pulling your attention away from my voice, hang out here with me and allow me to support you and guide you, and eventually you will be one of those people who just say, yeah, I don't need the bubble. I can go on through the door. I already know the outcome I want to play with. I've already seen it. I've already been playing with it. I'm going. And I'm in it. And I'm smiling already. And there is no resistance. There is no voice trying to pull me out. I'm just enjoying the visual. Please feel free. Go play. For those of us who need to climb the emotional ladder today, what I'd like you to do is take a sigh of relief and say to yourself, I'm glad that's over. Whatever it's been talking to you about, whatever the worry is, whatever the problem is, I'm glad that's over. I am glad that's done. I'm glad I don't have to think about that anymore. Feel what that feels like to be on the other side of it. Even though you may not know what the other side of it looks like, that's okay. This is a progress we're building together. And these are the first steps that must be taken, the first blocks that must be laid. Sigh of relief. Oh, thank God. I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's all finished. It's all done. It's all complete. Exactly how I wanted it to be. It's beautiful. It's better than I wanted it to be. It's better than I could have ever imagined. I don't even think I could have seen it unfolding in that way. It just all worked out perfectly, as it always does for me. It always works out perfectly for me, because that's my new program. As you're in relief, if you can feel that relief, I want you to go ahead and turn the doorknob and open the door to the kingdom within you, the kingdom of heaven within you. And if you're new to this practice and you don't know what that looks like for you yet, I want you to see yourself walk through the door and you're standing in just a sea of stars out in space. And you're feeling that, that sigh of relief. Thank you. Thank you that that's done. And when you walked in, you carried the bubble and me and this issue in there with you. And I want you to take this issue that's in this box, and I want you to pick it up. And I want you to give it a push. It floats. There's no gravity here. Give this box a push out into space. And I want you to declare or speak out into space, into your void, into the kingdom of heaven, which is the all-powerful God. And I want you to say, this worked out beautifully. The highest outcome surfaced in my mind's eye. And I began to see the highest outcome of this situation. I saw the best possible outcome, the highest perspective possible. I began to see it. It became clear in my vision. We are speaking and creating. As you are speaking and creating, I want you to notice if you hear that old voice outside the door yelling at you, doubts, negativity, judgment. That'll never happen. This'll never work. Come back out here. We need to take care of this. See if you hear that. Do you hear that? Do you hear a yeah, but? Is it trying to pull you back out of your inner kingdom of heaven that belongs to you? That is your beautiful space to be all powerful and all creative and bring heaven down to earth? Is it trying to pull you out of there? Do you feel a strong pull? Do you feel any pain in your body, tightness in your body as it's speaking to you? Notice if you feel any physical sensations of pressure in your stomach, your chest, around your shoulders, around your head. Do you feel any, like a punch in the gut? If you do, that's okay, because that is power wanting to be returned to you. That is stored pain around this issue. And we can dissolve that and reclaim that pain and transmute it into power. So don't listen to the words. Don't think about the words that stimulated that feeling. Just notice where you feel it in your body. What do you feel as it's speaking those scary words at you, trying to get you to come out of the kingdom? If it's a little pressure in the stomach, give it a number. Is it a 10? Is it a 2? Sit with it. Focus your attention on it. It's just pressure. It won't kill you like the fear voice says it will. It's just emotional pain, which really isn't, normally very intense at all. It just feels like a pressure or like being punched in the stomach a little bit. Feel that. It will dissolve as you just focus on the feeling in your body, not the words in your head. Feel that. Dissolve that. And then soon, when that thing starts throwing words at you about that situation, you can ask yourself, did I feel that anywhere? Did I feel that anywhere in my body? Did that actually was there emotional pain anywhere? Was there any reaction from my body? If no, guess what? There is no power to it anymore. It has lost power over you. You dissolve that pain. And those are just words now. Those are just words that you can take your sword of truth. If you've not listened to the mental attack video, I encourage you to do that. But you can take that sword of truth, and that sword of truth just cuts all those words. Cannot touch your mental space, cannot drag you out of your kingdom of heaven. You are safe behind the power of truth. I think you did amazing. If you felt a physical sensation in your body from being antagonized by that voice, you can stay here, and I want you to just dissolve that. Sometimes it moves. Sometimes you'll feel it in your stomach, and then you'll focus on that feeling, and it'll fade. And then you'll feel it in your chest, and you'll focus on that sensation, and it will fade. I want you to do that until they're all gone. There's nothing left in your body. And then you can test it and say, okay, throw your words at me. What else? What are your scary words about the situation? Throw them at me, and I want to test to see if I have any stored pain in my body, and I want to transmute that into power for the kingdom of heaven and creation. You did amazing work today. Amazing work. You entered into the kingdom of heaven. You held on to my voice. When you got lost or distracted, you came back. We entered in. We took an issue. We sent it out into your kingdom of heaven to be transmuted, and it will be. It will be. Why? Because that's what this space is. This is where you can practice the mind of God. How did God create? He spoke it into the void. And it was instant. And it's instant for you also in the void. It's not an instant manifestation in your outer world. But as you hold your focus there and know it, know that when you speak it into the void, it's as good as it's done. Not as good as done, it's done. It's there, it's done. And now it's being vibrated out, created out into your outer world. It's done. It's done. This problem is done. There's no problem. There's a beautiful outcome. And it's out there. It's out there in your void. And the next time we visit, we're going to go walk towards it and start to get a picture of it. Start to see what that outcome looked like. What was created, because it's there. And as you walk by your faith towards it, knowing it's there, the vision starts to unfold in front of you. And now you have something to look at all during the day in your mind, to hold your mind on this vision all during the day. Even if you're walking through the 3D in your outer world and it's still a quote-unquote problem there, you're not seeing that. You're seeing past that, and you're seeing what has been created in the void, in your inner world, that will soon be reflected in your outer world. Thank you so much for doing this for yourself, for being here with me today. And I'll see you on the next one.